Hello everyone, this is MegaPhilX, and this is a playthrough of X Challenge number 2 on hard mode. So this is the second time I've beaten this one. I did it while streaming on the Steam version, and I didn't expect to actually get it. So here I'm redoing it on PS4. So as I said, this is stage 2, so we start off with Storm Owl and Storm Eagle. And the main strategy for this particular fight is to use the aiming laser to get rid of Owl as quickly as possible, and essentially you have to interrupt whatever Owl does in order to avoid damage. You can try to shoot Eagle whenever you get the chance with buster shots, but the thing that's tricky with that is that sometimes you'll end up hitting Owl before you have hit him with the aiming laser. So now he'll be like invisible and he won't be able to take damage from the aiming laser. The big problem in this fight is that it takes forever and that the aiming laser is super awkward to use. So what I like to do is I like to reset the weapon by switching to another weapon and then going back to the aiming laser so that the cursor is at ground level. Because when the cursor is up, it's hard to bring it back down to ground level if in case Owl is at ground level like here. So the best idea is to reset the weapon, keep the cursor at ground level, and run back and forth so that Owl will spawn at ground level. Because when you bring him off screen, he likes to reset himself and respawn. So you just walking back and forth will spawn Owl, and hopefully he'll be on the ground, so he'll be easily targeted quickly. So of course the annoying thing is when Storm Eagle starts to dive towards you while you try to lock onto Owl. Another thing that's nice is that after you've hit Owl, you can still hit him with buster shots as he escapes. So now Owl is down, Eagle is not a problem. Mainly because he has no way of damaging you other than when he dives like that. Of course he has his like eggs like that, but it's not a big problem. I actually did very well here. I didn't take too much damage, but I'll still get hit and die in the next fight because I want to have full health for the next 2 fights. Absolutely. So now just taking care of Eagle. You have to wait for him to no longer be invulnerable to fire another shot to deal more damage. You can duck down underneath his tornado to avoid getting pushed, that's another thing. But yeah, this part is just like a formality. Another problem with this stage is that if you fail the other 2 stages, which are much more difficult, you'll have to go through this again. So like 4 minutes of a battle against these guys. So 4 minutes against Owl and Eagle, then we go after Pegasus and Tiger. This one, as you already know, is quite brutal. you have to avoid getting hit by Pegasus as much as possible because he deals insane collision damage. As you can see here, I'm just gonna kill myself so that I have full health for the battle. And the main strategy with this one is to just remain at the very top right part of the screen. Just stay there and charge up the spinning blade and only go down like this when you see that both Pegasus and Tiger are safely down there. When Pegasus is at the top of the room like that, avoid going down because he'll either dive towards you, or when you're climbing back up, you'll get hit by him because he's too close to the wall. So this is the ideal situation. You just saw it's like Tiger and Pegasus are just down there like this. This is the best. You just let yourself go down the wall a little bit and fire the weapon. Now this is what you don't want Tiger to do, is charge final attack. Like when he charges at you and goes up. If he does that, you'll have to go down to ground level to dodge him. Alright, he's done. So now, getting rid of Pegasus is pretty easy when you're in the first part of the fight, but when he starts to go off screen and dive at you, this is the biggest issue, because, and here I'm not very proud of my performance because I got hit a lot, and thankfully I have lots of energy to tank the hits, but I didn't do a very good job of dodging that stuff. I did it better in my other attempt that I managed. This is the thing you want him to do, just throw the tornadoes. Problem here, he really liked to do this type of attack, which is really tricky to dodge. It's really just reaction. You have to have great reflexes to do a dash jump and then move the direction that where he's not, basically. This isn't good. I would have been dead if it was the other attempt. Anyway, I had lots of health, so I'm fine. Jeez. Ooh. And the thing with this attack is that you don't know when he's gonna stop, because sometimes he might do more dive bombs at you, sometimes he will do less, and you don't really know when he's gonna stop doing it so that you can get out of the way when he comes back. Another tricky one. In this fight, what you have to do is avoid getting hit, avoid colliding with Rose Red at all costs, because he deals a lot of damage as well. You'll see when I kill myself here, I think I get hit once and I'm dead. So what you need to do is dodge everything as best you can, but it's okay to get hit by Yammark's shot. Like if you see you're gonna get hit by Rose Red, try to get hit by one of Yammark's shots. They deal less damage, and there's basically no way around getting hit by them anyway, so just try to dodge them as best you can, and prioritize getting hit by them. And remember that Rose Red becomes vulnerable again after getting hit. He becomes vulnerable again when he hits the ground, or when he's not too far from hitting the ground after a jump. So just focus on hitting Rose Red with the fire weapon. I don't remember the name. listen for when Yammark says this. Formation! Guard! Guardo. When he says that, that means he's gonna swipe across the room. With like his dragonflies around him. So that's the easiest thing to dodge, and it's your cue to switch side with him. This is when you can just climb up the wall and switch side with him. Now, when Noswood is almost dead, charge the flame weapon and just hit him as soon as he becomes vulnerable again. This will deal lots of damage and you can get rid of him easily. Now, Yammark would not be a problem as long as he's not near death. When he gets near death, he does a bunch of attacks that are very dangerous and hard to dodge. When he goes back and forth like this with his, like when he does these attacks with the dragonflies, it's not too bad. You can easily dodge his shots, they're slow, and the lingering plasma shots will stop them. So I've been pretty lucky here. I had plenty of opportunity to attack him before he did. Like, he didn't do his most deadly. Like, this is the most deadly attack. This is like, there's no way of dodging that I know of. You have to have a bunch of energy to tough it out. And he's dead. He has another attack where he does like vertical. He places dragonflies vertically and it then sweeps across the room. You have no choice but to try to destroy the dragonflies before they hit you. But yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I have on this one. I beat this thing twice. It was hell. I swear to God, hard mode in this thing is one of the hardest thing I've ever tried to beat in my gaming life. So yeah, pretty horrible score, but I don't care. I just needed to get this one out of the way. And next one, it will be Vile Mark 2 and High Max. This is gonna be great. So thanks for watching. See you next time.